welcome into my great Aquarius friends. So good to have you here. My name is Scott Sagent and I am ready for your urgent reading for June 2024. This reading is meant and designed to work in tandem and in unison with your general monthly reading, which will autoplay at the end of this reading in case that's information you haven't viewed yet. So let's get started with your reading here today. Spirit has designed or set up for us a chakra scrub. This is spiritual health stuff. So we're going to go through the chakras 1 through 7, see what's kicking good, what we can get kicking better here in June, because obviously spiritual health is a big push for my Aquarians. Let's find out why. I'm actually going to start at the tippity top and work our way down. You guys got some bigger themes toward our bottom. So I'm going to start with number 1. Number 1 is your crown chakra. This is your connection to the moon, the solar, the lunar, the moon cycles, all that kind of stuff, the higher dimensional planes. They're showing here that this is working very, very well for my Aquarians, not just with your crown chakra, but it's working well with another chakra. They're like buddies. They're teaming up here. Now, others of you can be doing things with somebody else that you're teamed up here with. Your relationship partner, your best friend, doing spiritual endeavors and stuff like that in the month of June. All that stuff comes in very, very good. But I think for most of my audience, what they're talking about here is that there's just 2 chakras that are paired up in buddies, peanut butter and jelly, and you guys are doing really great. And I believe it to be the next chakra down. Okay, this is your third eye. This is your third eye chakra, your pineal gland, basically, and they show brand new coming in here. A lot of you are getting really new inspiration type of pushes here with the work corner they're showing me, but just new in general. So maybe this is just a new expansion, a new area of development spiritually for a lot of my great Aquarians. And if not, I would encourage you that this is the best time to do this kind of stuff. This is the best time to do guided meditations. This is the best time to meditate and pray and really kind of open yourself up to the inner world of things. They show really nice new beginning there. I'd hate for you guys to miss that. As we move down from there into number 3. Number 3 here is your Vishuddha Chakra, your throat chakra, and this is about expression. This is about communication and just the way other people interpret the way what you're putting out there. And here I have a guided meditation that can help you with this if this is something you have an issue with. I'm going to put that in the comments in the case, or in the the description. The description is where that will be in case that's something you want. But let's talk about what this is. They really say that there's one way for this to go. There's one way that your communication chakra needs to be designated or pointed or directed at this time. Maybe there's just one important conversation you have to have with somebody in the month of June. Maybe there's one conversation you have to have with your boss that's very important in June. Okay, so communication, they're saying they're worried about the one. They're saying you don't have like a billion different choices of way things can go right here. And maybe this chakra is very, very direct and very, very sharp right now. And maybe you guys can use this to your benefit in June. I feel like most of you are probably good here. I don't really feel like this is a worrisome area. But if you would like to express yourself better, if you would like to communicate yourself better to others and get them to understand you a little bit more. Maybe you're misunderstood, something like that. That is where my guided meditation can help you out with that. It's something you do with headphones, and like I said, I will post that in the description for you. But it's coming in pretty good here, I think, for most of my audience. As we move into the heart chakra, guys, this is where they're showing inaction. They're showing that this chakra really could get moving. We could get some steps in here to get this moving better. And I'm not really sure why, because your heart chakra is connected to your family corner. It's not just love and relationships, but it's like, your good friends come in here, anybody close to your heart, your pets, and just your kind of love pursuits and kind of the whole bit. It's a very big umbrella. And they're showing inaction now. This inaction that they're describing, I believe to be largely mental. Because it is my air suit, I have my Knight of Swords coming in to tell me this, but it's inverted, so it's saying inaction instead of action. So we want to see this turned into an action. And maybe some of you are just not feeling it right now in the love corner. Maybe this is not the time when you're getting along the greatest with your family in June. Maybe you're going to have some quarrels or some tribulations or something to deal with in June. Or maybe it's just not the time for you to be pursuing a partner in June if you're single. Something like that. So they're showing inaction there in the heart. I would just kind of encourage you to kind of try to work on this. This is the first one that they say that could be kicking better. And that's what we're doing this reading here for. We're trying to improve things. So any step in the right direction that you can take, even if it's deciding not to take a step, that within itself is a step and a decision. So there we go. Very good. Let's move down. Moving down here, now we get into the yellow, the willpower. This is the solar plexus. And Here in our yellow chakra, they're talking about a decision has not been made yet. And this is something that you're going to have to use a lot of willpower to make. This is a decision either you've been waiting for, maybe procrastinating, or yet that you just don't want to deal with necessarily. But June is the time. June is when you got to deal with this here, Aquarius. You just got to do it. And they are telling you exactly how to do it too, because I have an Oracle Angel card that says, by the book. It is elephants kind of walking in tandem from largest to smallest, and by them saying by the book, I think they're trying to say get things in order, do the most important things first, just like the big elephant. Get the big elephant out of the room first. After the big elephant's out of the room, then you can work on the next one and the next thing and so forth. And also do things legit here. You don't want to be cutting corners or doing things like, half-ass or shady or anything like that, because you got to be by the book for some reason. So being very thorough is what Spirit is calling here for with your willpower, guys. That's a yellow power color too. Let me go back to heart real quick in case that is something you're trying to work on. Heart is the color of green. So the deep like forest green, hunter green, is a great color that you can use as a power color for heart. Carry a green gemstone, wear the color green, as above so below. So green there. Down here, when we get into the willpower, that color is yellow. Okay, so let's jump down into your next big theme, which happens to be orange, right underneath there. And orange is coming in as saying that, orange is your emotional center. Your emotions in June are basically like they're showing that it's all in one lump. It's all in one place. Maybe it's stagnant. Maybe it's in a one good place. Maybe this is not a bad thing. Maybe this is a good thing. It's just like, hey, I got to deal with this. So all my energy emotionally is being invested into it right now in June. Okay, well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe that's just something you have to do right now. But that's what they show is happening. And what they talk about is getting a leg up here. So really, it's a great time for Aquarians to improve their emotional state, maybe just overindulge emotionally. Of course, you don't want to do it in a negative way, but in a positive way, I think overindulgence is very positive sometimes. I mean, sometimes you don't want to overdo it, but sometimes we just need a little bit of that in our lives. And emotion, getting a nice emotional high is here is what they're calling for. So get to the next tier, because a leg up comes in with my Oracle Angel card. This is polar bear climbing on its mama. Okay, it's a polar bear cub climbing on mama polar bear. And here they're saying you're just trying to get to the next level with things. Sometimes they can also be talking about levels, like multi-levels up, second story, third story, get to a different tier. Maybe it's just, getting to the next floor of like what you're trying to do with your job or career. And then as we hit our bottom, the bottom chakra, number 7 here is your root chakra, your grounding chakra. Now this is your connection to nature. This is your ability to ground and connect back into the real world of things, the physical plane. This is the simplest form of things here. This is your red chakra. It's coming in pretty good. I'm more worried about your yellow and orange. Yellow, orange, maybe a little bit of green, but yellow and orange are certainly areas that you can improve upon. Green as well with the heart. But here in red, we still have information to share with you. And this is about localizing energy here. So they're saying that you can ground yourself and improve the chakra right where you're at. Maybe this is just a hot bath. Getting into the jacuzzi, getting into the pool, going to the beach, getting out into nature. I know it's hot, but you know what? Sometimes when you're in the forest, in the trees, it's a little more shaded, so it's not too muggy and too nasty out there. So anyway, getting out into nature is a great way to ground here. Even just, going to, if you're in a department store, not a department store, if you're in like a Lowe's or Home Depot, touching a plant. You'd be surprised with what that does to the body. Just touching something else with cells besides, the McDonald's bag, besides like touching the car steering wheel. It's like the things we normally touch during the day. Touch a little bit of organic, natural things, and you'd be surprised how easily you can ground. This is your red color if this is an area you're trying to improve, and this is your connection to everything, located kind of at the bottom of the spine, very, very bottom, the root. That's why it's called the root, because that is your grounding and you're connecting into Mother Earth herself. And Chakra Scrub is available as a personal audio product. If this is information that you're interested in, that you want all about you and not all of your Aquarian friends that we're reading for here today, those are available on scottsagent.com, guys. The Chakra Scrub is available as a Chakra Scrub or Health Scrub. You get to pick if you want physical health or if you want, like what we did here today, spiritual health. Very affordable on the website, scottsagent.com. Now we're going to get back into your main general reading for the month in case that's information you've missed. I hope we've given you enough here to have an excellent month of June, and I have a feeling you're going to have a great one.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.